The Eagles intend to let Nick Foles leave via free agency this offseason, and his availability will help the Redskins in a big way. Just not that way. The Redskins don't have the money to sign Foles. They don't have the cap room. With just $17 million in salary cap space and having to pay Alex Smith $20 million this season even though he's unlikely to play, adding another high-priced quarterback would be bad team building. That doesn't mean Foles' free agency can't help Washington, though. The Jaguars should be aggressive in their pursuit of Foles. Jacksonville has a team built to win, now, as illustrated by a 2017 appearance in the AFC title game. And there is plenty of speculation that Foles lands with the Jags, too. A lot can change once free agency opens March 13th, but for now, the Jacksonville Jaguars will head into free agency as the favorite to land Nick Foles. Adam Schefter, February 27, 2019. So how does Foles going to Jacksonville help the Redskins? It's simple. If the Jaguars spend big money to bring Foles in, and it will require big money to land the former Super Bowl MVP, then the team won't be looking at quarterbacks in the NFL draft. That would mean one of the draft's best passers has one less team in the market, and in turn, could push a quarterback like Dwayne Haskins, Kyler Murray, Drew Lock or Daniel Jones closer to the Redskins when they pick at No. 15. NBC Sports' Chris Sims suggested that Washington will have to move up in the draft to get one of the best QB prospects. If Jacksonville isn't looking for a quarterback with the No. 7 pick, maybe that pressure to move up diminishes. Of the teams in the top 10 selections of the NFL draft, there aren't that many with obvious needs at quarterback. The New York Giants and the Jaguars were the two most obvious, and if the Jags sign Foles, they're off that list. There are other teams ahead of the Skins that could take a QB, like Denver, Miami or even the Cardinals at No. 1 overall, but none of those teams have to take a QB. If the Redskins want Haskins, Murray, Lock or Jones, they'd be well served to see Foles sign in Jacksonville. Less competition for quarterbacks means less need to trade up and higher chances of landing a new face of the franchise. More Redskins news. Could Doug Williams see the Redskins drafting a quarterback with a first-round pick? For sure. But could the Redskins senior vice president of player personnel envision Washington trading up from pick number 15 to do so? Not exactly. While speaking to reporters at the NFL Combine in Indianapolis, Williams was asked what the better path to the playoffs for Washington would be, signing a veteran passer or picking up a rookie and trusting him with the job. In his answer, he didn't back down from the idea of committing to a first-year player. I think where we are at this point, and like I said earlier, if there's a quarterback there that we like at 15, 9 out of 10, we'll go that route, Williams said. They won't select one just for the sake of selecting one, though. If it's not somebody we like, we'll go with Colt, and if we got to go out and get a veteran to work with him until that time comes, that's probably what we'll do, he said. It all boils down to who's there when it's time for us to be. Both options are still very much in play, as they should be considering how much time there is between now and the Redskins' turn on the clock. One thing that doesn't sound very likely, at least according to Williams, is the burgundy and gold jumping up in the first round to land their guy. That's not something that we even talked about in this time, he explained. We got a lot more needs on this football team than to say we can give up 2 or 3 picks and say, pick one guy, and think we're going to have a football team that we hope to have. I think we got to use our picks wisely, and make sure we get guys that will come in here and help us build this football team a lot better than what it is. More Redskins news. It may not come as a surprise to hear the news that Jason Witten will not return to the Monday Night Football booth following his very first season as a color commentator. The big surprise, as we learned Thursday afternoon, is that the iconic tight end is coming out of retirement to return to the Dallas Cowboys. The fire inside of me to compete and play this game is just burning too strong, Witten said in an official statement. This team has a great group of rising young stars, and I want to help them make a run at a championship. The 11-time Pro Bowler announced his retirement following the 2017 NFL season. In May 2018, Witten officially retired from the NFL and announced his new position as color commentator on ESPN's Monday Night Football. His lone season in the broadcast booth was met with less than stellar reviews from fans and media pundits. In his statement announcing his return to football, Witten was quick to point that his decision was on the merits of passion for football, and not his performance in the booth. "This was completely my decision, and I am very comfortable with it. I'm looking forward to getting back in the dirt." Witten's initial retirement was met with a sigh of relief from Redskins fans. Witten tormented the Burgundy. Witten racked up 129 catches for 1,446 yards and 9 touchdowns against the Redskins alone. His dominance over the Redskins was so apparent, we made a video about him back in May when he decided to hang up the cleats. The 2019 NFL season will be the 16th of Witten's professional football career. The 2003 draft pick out of Tennessee appeared in 239 of 240 games for the Cowboys, with 1,152 receptions for 12,448 yards and 68 touchdowns. More NFL news.